Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's getting cold here in Michigan, so I need to wrap up all the outdoor things, and so really the final pieces for that is my roof rack. I'm super excited about this because I feel like the roof rack makes it look beefy, you know what I mean? So I'm super stoked. I got my roof rack from Unaka Gear Company. It came in 3 boxes, one very large, one medium size, and one small size that has all the accessories and stuff. So the plan is to, right now, because I'm on my lunch break for work, it's a Wednesday, I have a 30-minute lunch break. The plan is to really just kind of take everything out of the boxes first and just orient myself so that way when I come back out here after work, I kind of know what I'm doing. So we're gonna unbox all these boxes here together and kind of lay out the pieces. I told my mom I need the other side of the garage today. This side is my work stuff. I've got all of it over there. But today and tomorrow I'm gonna need this space because I think I'm gonna kind of lay the pieces out and how they're gonna go on the roof so that way I'm just easy to put up there. So that's the plan. So let's start unboxing. Okay, so here are the 3 boxes. We are going to use a box cutter and start with this one first. I feel like it's the easiest one to do. This one is like the wind flares. That go on the front. I'm pretty positive that that's what this is. I will say all this stuff is nicely packaged so nothing kind of gets damaged. Someone say a little over-packaged. I believe this is the wind flare on the front. This padded part, it has padding. I'm assuming sits on the van. That would make sense, so it's not knocking the van. And then you use those brackets to connect it to the rest. So I'm gonna lay this in the front. We're gonna set the garage up as the front of the van. All right, let's do the little box next. Okay, so they asked me also if I wanted a little beanie. So we will rock the beanie. And I got a cute shirt. How cute. Thanks to my friends at Unaka. This is actually super cute. I love the color. All right, so this smaller box, I've got crossbar hardware kit, narrow crossbar connector brackets with hardware. So they all kind of have little labels on them, which is amazing. Actually, all of these are the same. Oh my god, guys, this is a lot of freaking bolts. Okay, oh yes, I'm obsessed. I was not sure this was gonna come with the flush mount solar panel brackets. I was thinking I had to order these separately, so I'm so excited right now. I didn't know this came. I don't know if this came. I don't know, but I'm actually super excited. So they have these Z brackets basically. So where you put it on the roof rack, that the solar panel actually sits level with the roof rack. So I am actually so obsessed. I thought I was gonna have to order these separately. Oh my god, thank you, Jesus. We're almost there. hardest part of putting stuff together is the unboxing. Okay. These things inside the boxes are taped together. You know, I'm actually very grateful for their packaging. It's a lot, but everything has a sticker on it and it tells you exactly what it is. So this is the rear side plates. So I'm assuming these are the side plates that go in the back. Don't quote me though. Like I said, I only skimmed the instructions. My plan was to just get oriented with everything we have, all the parts, and then when we're building, I'll obviously know what everything is then, but like every little thing. These bolts are for the wind fairing. These bolts are the side rail hardware kit. Like every little package is labeled, and when you have a lot of things, that is so helpful. So I will say that is a very big plus on the packaging. Okay guys, whew. I'm gonna be honest, I've been working on this for the past like hour and a half and I haven't filmed anything solely because I just wanted to kind of get the hang of it and figure it out and get moving, because I've only been working for an hour and a half and I probably only have like an hour and a half left before it gets dark and it's already getting cold. So I've kind of figured it out and I think this side's gonna go a lot faster, so I figured I would film this side. The first thing that we need to do is we have the 80/20. It's in two pieces. There's a front and a back. The front one is the shorter one. I think it's like 63 inches and the back is the longer one, 84 something. They give you a bracket with 4 holes on it, and you are gonna place some T-nuts inside the 80/20. There's a correct and a wrong way to put these in, just so you know. The side with kind of like the nub sticking out faces the bottom of the 80/20. So as you slide this in, this should face the inner tube of the 80/20, so the nub should be facing down as you slide it in. So the flat side should be on the top. So you'll slide in a couple of those and then you'll use some bolts and some Loctites to screw in the bracket, 2 on each side, to connect those. So that's what I'm gonna do first, and then I'll explain how we're gonna connect the side panels to the 80/20. So let's do that first. It's getting really cold. I'm losing the light. It's probably going to be dark in like the next 25 minutes. So we're obviously not putting anything on the roof today. My plan was to like mainly just get everything installed so that way tomorrow we can just put them up on the roof piece by piece. So the last kind of thing, obviously I have to do the crossbars and stuff, but that's going to take some more thinking because I have to pull out my solar panels and lay them out on the roof. I want to install the crossbars once everything is on the roof, so that way I can kind of figure out where they go. I could do the back crossbars, that's pretty much it, because obviously I know I'm going to have one across the back, but I decided I'm going to just install my wind fairing across the front. So wind fairing looks just like this. This side is on the van. It has like a rubber seal so no air can get underneath, and it's just like nice padding for the van. Then it comes with, oh, here's my bolt and my spacer. I still think I'm 1 bolt short, but no, actually I think, maybe now I think I'm 1 spacer short. I don't know, I'm gonna deal with that tomorrow. We're moving on. I need to do something different. I've done that for the past 2 hours. Although that side only took me 45 minutes, so that's good. Okay, so then we've got these 2 end caps. We've got some brackets. Careful to notice, one goes for the top, one goes for the bottom. They look exactly the same, except this one has 3 notches in it. This one has 2 notches. So on the directions, I'm gonna reread it just so I make sure I'm not doing it wrong. The top one has 2 notches. So the one that goes up here has 2. And the bottom has 3. Okay, simple enough. And of course, they give you a bag that is also labeled Windfaring Hardware Kit with all the nuts, bolts, washers your heart desires. I want to make sure I'm doing this exactly right because I don't want... Okay, so when this is tilted in, so if we have it like this, 2 goes high, 3 goes low. So we take a bolt, a washer, and a nut. See, I'm already installing this wrong. Okay. Thank God for pictures, right? I would die without pictures. Okay, essentially, it looks like this. It's not tight because I have nylon washers and I have to tighten them still, but this connects to the wind fairing, I believe. This connects to the 80-20, I believe. And so essentially you put the, oh no. This is the wind fairing. This is the 80-20. So then we connect this through the side of the wind fairing. Guys, this is so much work. Okay, I'm gonna put the other ones on just so I don't forget. 2 is top, right? All right, guys, day 2 of the roof rack install. Look how cute. I'm rocking my Unaka shirt. It's so comfy and cute. It's like kind of warm today. It's low 60s, but it's still kind of the morning, so it's cool. I'm on my lunch break, so I'm gonna take these 30 minutes to get as much done as I can. Hopefully we're gonna loosely install the side rails. So first things first, I've got to get up on the roof. I've got to install these brackets, which again are perfectly labeled on here, roof rack brackets, and these are what attach to the things that are on the roof of the van already. So I think we just kind of slide these on, and they've got like this nice rubber protection so it's not like banging up against the metal. So I think we just honestly slide these on. I've got to look at the instructions. Y'all know me, I'm like terrible at looking at instructions ahead of time. But from what I looked at it seems like this is what we do. And then we install with the L-shaped brackets that are on the side rails, they go in through with these bolts also. So I'm pretty positive that that's how we install this. Oh, you know what? I know how to install this. Just forget everything that I said. So we're gonna wanna take off these bolts. Ugh. And hopefully not lose them. And this top piece comes out, and this is what slides on to the brackets that are on the roof. So if you can kind of see, it's got like that slides into what's on there, and then we put this over, and so it all installs together into one piece. So we're gonna go position these on the roof. There is 8 total, I'm pretty positive. And then we will start the job of carrying these heavy side rails up onto the roof. I might ask my mom for help. I'm gonna try and do it on my own, and we'll see. So let's get started. Try my best to show you guys what I'm doing. So if you see here, there's this little T-nut that is already installed on the van. So this makes it so you don't have to drill any holes into the van. It's already built for a roof rack. So you slide the opening into the inside, and then we're gonna place this over top. That way it can't slide off. I'm gonna place the Unaka on the outside though, because I really like this brand. And then once the roof rack is up, we are going to take these bolts and screw them in through the brackets that are on the roof rack that way. So we're just gonna leave the bolts here. There are, like I said, 8 of these total. So I'm gonna go ahead and place all of these on here, leaving the bolts just on the inside so I don't lose them until we are ready for them. Okay, now that I got all the brackets on, I am going to do my best to be independent and carry up the side rail all on my own. So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna start with the passenger side just because the ladder's already on that side. So I'm gonna go grab it. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, we did it. Ah, okay. I gotta go grab the socket wrench, is that what you call them? To tighten the bolts up here so it doesn't flip off once I install it. So I'm gonna go back down, get that, and then we're gonna work on installing this first side rail loosely. You don't wanna put everything in super tight until you have like your cross beams, your wind fairing, all of those things in. So everything's just loosely installed first. So that's what we're gonna do. But just get it basically so it won't flip off the roof, essentially. Guys, this is going way better than expected. We got the brackets in place for both sides of the van. We got the passenger side rail up, and we've got them loosely all screwed into the bracket. We've got everything lined up. I adjusted everything that we did yesterday to perfectly be lined up. The measurements they give you are very close, but they say depending on the manufacturing of the van, like the T-nut spots could be off like a few centimeters or a few millimeters. So you just have to have your Allen wrench up here just to like slightly adjust them. The only one I really had to adjust was the first one to make sure I had it at that 6 3/4 inch that they tell you to. So I have to go back and teach. We got all this done in 30 minutes. We did all the brackets, one whole side loosely installed in 30 minutes. So honestly, once you get the side rails put together, I feel like this process goes really fast. So it was a great idea for me to like kind of break it up into 2 days. I would suggest that, you know, like the prep work one day and then the actual install the next day, because otherwise for me this just seemed like a very overwhelming project. So breaking it up into 2 days, all the prep work yesterday, today is just the install. It's gonna go very smoothly. So I have to go back in to work and teach for another 2.5 hours. As soon as 3:30 hits though, y'all, I am coming right back out here. We're gonna throw up the other side rail, the wind fairing, and then comes the fun part of pulling out my cellar panels and kind of playing around where they're gonna fit up here, so then we can do the crossbars in. So there's still some things we need to think about, but so far the install is going great. So I will see you guys when I come back from work. Will give me an accurate depiction of where all these are gonna go. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them up here. Hopefully 3 can fit across here and I could do 1 more there, but I don't know. I also, in a perfect world, would love a small roof deck, so I'm gonna lay these out and see what I can figure out. I might need to grab a 3rd one just to make sure they can fit across the back here. I think 3 panels can fit. I think I've seen that on people's vans. So let's check it out. We ran into a bit of an issue. I brought 2 panels up here. I thought for sure 3 panels were gonna fit across the back. Only 2 fit. So then I was like, okay, the other 2 can hug the Max Air fan. Nope, doesn't fit next to the Max Air fan. So I have no idea how I'm gonna get 400 watts up here. I'm a little stressed. I'm gonna have to do 2 across the back, 1 here, and then I'm gonna have to buy 2 small ones that maybe fit there. I don't know. I've seen people put them where they hug the Max Air fan. I don't know if my Max Air fan is just like wider than normal, but my solar panels don't fit next to the Max Air fan. So I have to kind of figure that out. But in the meantime, I know for sure I can fit 2 panels back here. So I am gonna install the cross beams where they need to go on the back. So I can put those 2 back here. And then I guess I will figure out the other cross beams on a later date when I figure out the solar panel situation. So it's super easy. Also, you just take the T-nut. They have a double T-nut one. Let me get closer so you guys can see. They have a double T-nut. And so this side slides into the side rails, and then this sits on the cross beam. So it's really easy to install. It's very similar to installing the side rails and the cross beams, or the side rail, whatever, side beams in general. So it's nothing new here. Again, this project was something super overwhelming, but you're just like doing the same thing over and over and over with the same pieces. So it's nothing to stress about. So I'm gonna show you guys as I do this cross beam. Show you the final look here. So we have our 2 100 watts for nomadic cooling, another 100 watt, my max stand, and then I was able to get 2 50-watt panels from Renogy fairly cheap. I think it was only like 80 bucks for both of them to fit up there.
So that's kind of how I ended up getting my 400 watts up here, and I love how it turns out. My eventual plan is to put a small roof deck, just like 2 panels here and 2 panels here, just so I can sit up here and enjoy like the sunrise or the sunset and things like that eventually. So we got it done. That's the positive thing. Overall, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend this roof rack from Unaka. I'll link it in the description of this video. It was super easy to install. I was very overwhelmed in the beginning, but once I got going, it's actually not that hard. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.